Hi, this is Claire again, and first of all, I got a little flu, a little cold, so I might sound a little bit strange, but everything is okay. Yes, today we are reading a very different deck of cards. I don't choose Lenormand or playing cards. These are playing cards, but in a different way. I didn't choose tarot. This is Lil Reaper. He's from Art by Vikram. You can find him on Etsy, where this deck is also available. And I really fell in love with this. This is just love, yeah? Nothing behind it. And yeah, I want to show you some of the cards. I have shown them already on my Instagram, and people were really like, oh my gosh, what is that? He's so cute. And I got quite a black humor, so this suits me well, this deck. And I love people who are creative, who are exploring life from different angles, Baba Yaga style. As a witch, you see so many different approaches. Here you see this famous, the cry, I don't know how it's said in English. This famous picture, pushing up daisies. This is so cute. So there are many cute here, waiting. When will the not the eclipse, the how you say in English, when everything goes down? When will everything be finished? Do I have to wait so long to reap the souls? So this is, I think it's quite funny. It's really lovely, and it's not that I take death or things around this lightly or something like this, but I do not. But I see it as an integral part of life, and I have many experiences with it, so this is not something I talk about lightly. Yeah, I don't want you to think that it is superficial what I'm saying here, but I see the much value in taking it with a little bit of humor. Yeah, because it is such a big part of life when we are honest, and it really helps to have a approach that is not fear-based around it. So this is Lil Reaper. So many lovely cards here. Isn't that cute? So Yoda Reaper. So it's really cute, and I've already drawn the cards in the German version of the video. I will show them to you in a minute, but first of all I want to address the topic that might come up for some people. Is this a real deal reading? Can you read from something like this? Yeah, so of course you can, because people are reading from almost anything. When you look into history, when you look into different cultures, you will see, for example, reading the flight of birds as an omen. This is as old as humanity, it seems. Or, for example, I've seen Siberian shamans who are reading from sugar. They have a can of sugar and they read from it as the surface of the sugar appears, and they can tell you how life goes on from that. So there are shell oracles, there are oracles with bones, with cards. The Lenormand deck, for example, first was more like a game. It was, yes, something you play like Monopoly, so to say, and it developed into an oracle. The tarot cards were philosophical cards in the Renaissance period. They started, for example, temperance was temperantia. This means equality and all the things attached to it. And tarot cards also, there were decks in the old times that had up to 150 cards. So things are not as fixed as we think today sometimes, and it's really refreshing to have a little experimental approach and intuitive approach. Of course, you can only read this by intuition, that's clear, yeah? But you can come to valuable informations by almost anything if you are able to read. And this is something, just one more thought and then we will start. This is something I want to say here. Oracles are about reading. You just have another medium, so to say, than script or text or whatever. So, or listening to somebody. It's just another medium to choose. But the rest is reading. It's just reading. Yeah? You read the signs, so to say. And we start to read the signs right now with this dinosaur. My child will love it. And he is, yes, his mouth is dripping. This is obviously not very nice to our little Reaper. He is big, but he's also dead. He's from the past. this is not alive anymore. So I was thinking maybe this is about our things that are threatening us, which are in their way already dead. This means this is not alive anymore. This belongs to the past. It can refer to childhood things. It can refer to school, maybe a bad teacher who always pushed you down and who was mobbing you, or things like that. It can be difficult things with parents or with family in general, or yes, maybe random events that really touched you and that were like this big bad dinosaur when he was still alive, so to say. So when you were very dependent as a child, not in a negative way of the word, but you could just rely on what people said to you. You had no possibility to see it different because you were so young. Yeah, this was put onto you and you could not put it in a bigger picture because of your youth. So this card to me would indicate, please have a look at these old childhood things, at these old patterns, maybe from your youth. It does not have to be a young childhood, but it is really from the past. Things that are still threatening you because they are dead. I think with this card deck we can talk about things like that in an open way. So please put them in their grave, so to say. Yeah, put them at rest. It is okay to let them go now. Yeah, and of course this is always easily said. A card like this can have an impact not just for 1 week but for more weeks to come, because it's soul work and soul work needs time. But it is an interesting hint that this is now a good time to start with these things and to go deeper, to really go deeper, and to yes, to have a look at this and to see that you are not this little reaper anymore, to stay in the picture of the cards, but that this is a dead old Tyrannosaurus, so dead old tyrant, so to say, and he cannot do anything bad against you anymore, so put him at rest. Yeah. So our next card is much more lighthearted. Here we have a little reaper running around and doing his business, and this is cute. This card is also, it's about action, taking action next week, being positive, doing things, really putting yourself into it and doing it. And it's not a stressed out card. When we see the colors, and artists always choose colors very consciously, they do nothing for nothing, so to say. They know how colors impact our feelings and work very consciously with them. And when we see here, it's red and blue, it's light. The colors are light. Red is action, blue is calm. So this means this is very balanced. It is not about freaking out and having a very long list of things to do and feeling like always being behind it. Yeah, what really stresses most people these days. I know this from myself too, so I can really relate to that. One has to be very conscious with this thing. And this is really, he is running, he is doing his thing, he is speeded up, so to say, but in a friendly way. He's still in his center, so to say, because the colors are so balanced. So this is really, go for it this week. When you have plans, when you have things that you are want to approach this week, then go for it. It's a good week to achieve things. We had many cards in the past readings that were about find your balance, please stay a little bit calmer, don't overdo things and all of this. But here, this is an action week. It's really an action week. So this is very lighthearted. This is deep soul work when we want to interpret this card like that. But this has more light energy. This is really action and having fun, doing things and achieving things. So our third card seems to be really relaxed in contrast to all of that. I'm intuitively thinking about the weekend when I see this, because orange is a color that is very, it loosens up things. Orange relaxes you, but it still has a little bit action modus into it. Yeah, it's not like blue, for example. It's not cool, it's warm. There is something happening, but in a very relaxed way. So when we see him here, he's not alone, he's in company with, and we have a saying in Germany, the dog is man's best friend. I think you have it in English too. And yes, this is about your best friends. Of course, this can also be your pet, if you have one. But it's also about friends. It is about the people and beings in any way. It can also be spiritual. In any way, who are really close to you. Keep in connection to them this week. in a way that is active but also relaxed. Yeah, when we see the colors, don't try to do everything yourself. Ask your friends for their opinion, for example. Meet your friends at the weekend when it's possible, online or offline, whatever is in your region right now the best way to do things due to the big situation. Yes, and he seems calm, he is relaxed, he has not eyes wide open or something like that. He's always like a little bit not sleeping, but how to say in English, very relaxed, let's say very relaxed. And yes, so connection in a relaxed way but in an active way. This is what I see in this card. So when we put all of this together, here we have the old things popping up from childhood, from the past. Yeah, this is like a dinosaur that has not been put to rest somehow, because he is dead. It's just bones. There is no life in it anymore in reality. Yeah, but it's difficult. It's another reality sometimes. Yeah, because when things are still in our mind, it is a reality somehow, but it's not now. This is a very wonderful card to focus on what's up in your life now and everything you have achieved and where you are standing now. It's not your childhood me, so to say. You are a different person now, and it's time to to show it to yourself somehow. Yeah, this is about doing it. Go for it. Have a good week. Don't stress yourself out, but it's a really good week to achieve things and to make plans come true and all of this. It's a really good week to action modus, to do things in an action modus. And the weekend and everything around it, please connect with your friends, whomever they are, human, animal, plants, whatever, spiritual. You know who is close to you and who needs a little bit attention. Yeah, sometimes it's not just getting something from them, sometimes it's also giving to them because they need you. Yeah, but it is in the orange context, so to say. So it is about a relaxed feeling. It's not like, oh my gosh, I have to call her and I want to send an email to him and oh my god, there's so much to do. This is not the energy here. He doesn't look up even, really. So he is really relaxed and calm and in his center somehow. Yeah, and he is with his friend. So these are the cards for this week. I know it's a very different approach, but we don't want to get boring here, huh? Don't we? And it's also about having fun sometimes reading the cards. Yeah, we want yes, to have a broader picture sometimes too. And let me know if you like it. If you don't like it, let me know too. It's okay. Because I don't want to do readings that you don't like, or approaches that you don't like, and I won't do but if you like it, then we can go on with things like that in the future. Of course, sometimes when I find something I fall in love with, like this deck, and many people on Instagram also fell in love with it, so I wanted to mention it. But it's really, yes, I don't take myself so earnest. Can you say it like this in English? So sometimes it's fine to have an in-depth reading from cards like this. Yeah, everything is possible. People all around the world read from almost anything and they get results. So I just wanted to broaden the picture a little bit, because the world is so colorful and so rich, and when we just think in one way always, it diminishes our look at the world and ourselves. Yeah, so this is a funny little card reading for this week, and we will see each other in the next week again.